So this past week, I guess you were wrong. I was wrong. We're all a little bit wrong. But Jeff Hardy, he's in TNA. He made his debut in TNA.
Wait a second. Hold on. I got to cut you off real quick. No official contract was signed. It was a one-off. They have not signed a long-term deal. That's the reports that are being out there. They are still. They went. It was. They did a one-off appearance to maybe make future appearances. With,
he's going to make a future appearance this week in Philadelphia as part of Impact tapings. And you were saying about the no compete clause of 90 days, and that was added some time tacked on. So he showed up. He was there. The Hardys are now fully, I guess, in TNA total. Matt Hardy actually recently in an interview that took place on the 19th of June, which is as we're recording today. He said about AEW and some of their downfalls and not knowing what to do with the Hardy Boys, and that Tony Khan is a lot more focused on having 5-star matches than really good stories. And that kind of left the Hardy Boys kind of not, obviously they're there.
He's a little bit right though. He's right. He's right on the money. I've been saying that for a long time. So Matt is spot on. That's my biggest issue with AEW, which is why it doesn't always intrigue me. Like for me, you're going to bring in, say, a Ricochet, for example, because obviously that's the rumor and innuendo that he's going to be in AEW soon enough. So what's going to happen? You're going to put him in a match with Will Ospreay. And then what? You're just gonna discard him like everybody else. Like you're gonna bring him in for like that 5-star moment with a 5-star match, and then he's gonna sit in the back and do nothing. Like that's the issue I have with AEW. It's like they just make matches, not make stories. You got to intertwine it, and that's the issue with AEW. So to that point, Matt Hardy's spot on. I couldn't agree more. But I will say though, it sounds like from what all reports out there. I mean, I'm not Matt or Jeff Hardy or anybody involved, but from the reports being, that's being circulating, it sounds like they're just going, show by show with TNA. That's what I've been seeing. So it's not like they've signed like a 1-year or 2 or 3 year deal. It sounds like a per diem kind of a deal, which is actually not a bad thing because they can pick and choose. And then if WWE wants them, they can just say, okay, we're going to sign with WWE. So it's good for now. And again, it's all speculation. We don't know it. We don't know the details of the contract. We probably won't. So it could be that maybe they lock themselves into a 1-year deal or something. But yeah, for now they're in TNA, and it seems like they're going to be involved in some good stories there.
Kevin Kelly, formerly of AEW, said he plans to sue Tony Khan for the way they handled his dismissal and the relationship with Ian Riccaboni, kind of taking some spots on announcing and all that kind of stuff, and said, essentially, Tony Khan has got a lot of good people working beside him. The problem is he doesn't let them take the reins and do their jobs. And that was some of the main issues that he had. It's, he said if Tony Khan let some of these people who are smart and beside him, do what, take the reins in a lot of situations. He said the reason why Pro Wrestling Guerrilla stayed small is because that's how the management structure kind of works to do it. AEW has the management structure to also be small. The problem is they're not. So that's where these issues come around, where Tony Khan is essentially trying to be Vince McMahon. He's trying to be in everything, but there's just too many working pieces. It's too big of a company. It's too much going on that he needs to delegate some of those tasks. And Kevin Kelly, former
Kevin Kelly's right, by the way. Another person that he's saying essentially the same stuff as Matt Hardy, same stuff as I've been saying for a long time, same stuff as Eric Bischoff's been saying for a long time. Like, here's the thing. We know Tony Khan has billions of dollars. We obviously know that. Like, that's all public knowledge, blah, blah, blah. But to that point, Kevin Kelly is spot on because you have the money. You don't need to be involved as much. You can be the guy that's cutting the checks and, and oversee some things. But you got to let the wrestling people do the wrestling things. Let the experts do their job because you're hamstringing the business. You're hamstringing AEW. You're not making them a legit competition to WWE. I don't care what anybody says. They're not legit competition until Tony Khan gets out of his own way, cuts the checks, be the Ted Turner of the world, and let some be the billionaire Ted and cut checks. Let the wrestling people do the wrestling things. And that's it. And I think until then, AEW will be an afterthought in many people's minds. Simple as that.